Alright, my goodly YouTubers. Updates concerning the gearbox now. What happened? I'm using a gearbox that came from a CK. Right? So what happened when you use the CK mount, the gearbox will end up mounting too high. Alright, so this is the flatness here with the tonic gearbox. This is the level of the engine. So if I try to carry up this any further, the gearbox will end up being too high. So the whole engine will tilt like this, like this. So what I have to do, I have two options: either get the right mount, which I'll have to order from the United States on eBay, or another idea I've been given is to cut off these ears. I don't like cutting anything. Really don't, but the idea I was given was to cut off these ears and use another one that is going to go down lower to keep the gearbox level with the engine. Right? Another thing that's different is that well, the back mount, although you have spaces for it, the back mount has to go here, but washers got to pile up on this exact hole here, because there will be a space here when you use the galant back mount. If you was using a CK one, you could have fit and it would have bolt lower down. You wouldn't have be using this top one here, right? But the CK one does bolt exactly a little lower down here. I could feel the hole here, flat and flush, but the galant one have to bolt up here in order to be able to work here, right? That's number 2. And as I was telling you all, I'm using the cable type galant. I don't like the electronic throttle body types, too much issues. Right? You lion? I'm coming just now. Right. The CK shifter. Now this is a CK shifter, but they're different from the galant ones, because as you can see, one bolt bolts up here, the other bolts up down there. I want you all to see it good, right? But the other two won't line up. So like for instance, this one, see it a little off from here, but I'm going to drill through because to get a galant shifter. Oh boy. Well, I have to depend on the United States again, which I don't want to wait. Right, so I'm going to drill some holes in order to be able to adapt to hold down the entire shifter. So I could shift properly. Right, because there's no way I'm putting this car back automatic. Never. So those are the updates for the hour. I'm trying to get through. Son, I'm doing something on a video. Please wait. Dada will get to you. Wait, please. All right. Now, another thing is the cups from the automatic. That's the 4G93 GDI cups. They are larger than those of the Lancer, but they fit. Right? They're larger because this axle for the Galant is thicker than Lancer. I have the long and I have the thin and fat ones for CS Lancer. None of them could work here. Both of them are still smaller than the Galant. The Galant is big and fat axle, big tripod. So that's the automatic transmission tripods, not tripods, cups that I have just installed there. The transmission is here. I think they call it a ELC transmission. No, this is an NVEX 2 transmission, because this is the Triptonic type. That's a shifter there, right? But the Triptonic type with sports mode is NVEX 2, right? Well, I got the car with this oil cooler, and it wasn't air is not enough to cool down hot oil, right? Water is better at doing that. Right, so that it was running on all the time. The transmission is shifting very hard. It will drive the car, but it's shifting very hard, busting up the mounts, tearing up the exhaust flex and stuff like that. So I really wanted to get it out and go manual, so I'll never have transmission problems ever. Right? So the Lancer have problems in getting back the Myvec heads on them. There's an issue with customs in Grenada trying to get them. They came to Trinidad, bad documentation, had to go back. So I'm putting back a single cam head on the 4G93 GDI block for the CS Lancer, the white one that you all know. So some vids will be coming with that also. Right? So I wanted to explain something else with the mount. Other people were saying that I could put spacers under the mount, let the mount come back up, right, and put spacers under it. I don't know, I don't trust that idea so much, but any input in the comments, anybody with engineering skills, yeah, you all could throw a word out and, you know, I'll accept, right? So yeah, this is for anybody who wanted to do the conversion in the Galant. I know it's not a very popular vehicle, but it can be done, right? It's a non-CVT type, so it can be done. So this is our original 93 box, by the way. The battery low, so the light cut off, but that's the code in there, right? Original 93 box. The one I have on the Lancer is our original Myvec box, right? But all the CK stuff, that's a CK 4G93 box. The Lancer have a 4G92 Myvec box on it. Alright, so that's just it so far. Once I get over these hurdles, she'll be driving, right? And for all those Mitsubishi people out there, I keep telling people the best 4G93 naturally aspirated from Mitsubishi is this type. The Galant type, because the 4G93 GDIs, right, except the turbo, produces 135 horsepower, around 130-35 horsepower, right? Electronic throttle versions, ones inside the Sedia, you know, and the CS Lancer. But this version produced 150 horsepower. It was specifically designed for the Galant, right? This is a 4G93. I don't know if you'll see it there. That is all the info there. But it's a 93, and it produces 150 horsepower. Back in the day, 1.8 liters wasn't producing 150 horsepower. You get 130 something. A 4B10 from Mitsubishi inside the CY will produce 140 something horsepower, but this 1.8 here is 150 horsepower. That is in rank with the Silvertop SR and, you know, more 2 liter. So it produces top torque at 5,000 RPM, and it produces top horsepower at 6,000 RPM, you know, so it's a pretty up there engine, not a high revving as in a Honda, but for a normal naturally aspirated engine, it revs pretty high. It revs up on the dash, I see it revs to 7,000, right? Mile, and normally other Lancers with GDI, I see they rev to 65, right? So I love this engine. I might be putting it in a CK. I might have I will be doing another engine like this inside a CK with a gearbox, right? Because I really believe it could take it to the Silvertop SRs and right? So that's just it for the hour, and I'll be in tune with more videos. All right, so see you all again.